Half past the hour now, and Shepard Smith reporting flying robots will someday deliver packages to the front doors of people who shop on Amazon. That's the word from the company's founder, Jeff Bezos. Amazon has posted a demo clip that you can see on YouTube. Bezos is a 60 Minutes interview last night. He did one, and he said that the goal is to eventually have unmanned drones like this one, which it calls octocopters, deliver smaller items to customers within a half hour.
These are autonomous, so you give them instructions of which GPS coordinates to go to, and they take off and they fly to those GPS coordinates.
What's the hardest challenge in making this happen?
The hard part here is putting in all the redundancy, all the reliability, all the systems you need to say, look, this thing can't land on somebody's head while they're walking around their neighborhood.
That's not good.
That's not good. You know, I don't want anybody to think this is just around the corner.
The CEO says the service won't be ready for several years and that the feds still need to come up with regulations for delivery drones. That should happen sometime next year. But when the machines are ready, if they're ready, I should say, Bezos claims they will be able to carry packages weighing up to 5 pounds, which he says covers the vast majority of the company's orders, about 87%. In a statement on its website, Amazon reports that in the future, seeing its drones in the sky will be as normal as seeing mail trucks on the road today. Except children have a much harder time taking to their bedrooms FedEx trucks. Kennedy is a special correspondent for Stossel on the Fox Business Network.
Shep, why are you such a skeptic? You're a skeptic today.
Well, you know, when I was a kid, if there were little drones that flew around and landed in my yard, I would own a lot of drones. You know, that's just a fact. I would steal them. I would have done that as a child.
That's one of the worries, is that people are either going to steal the octocopters or they're going to shoot them out of the sky. They are adorable things. Adorable, even. But this technology brings to mind, it's these eccentric billionaires that are really changing the face of how we do business. You know, Elon Musk with his Hyperloop.
Yep.
He might get us to San Francisco in 15 minutes or less. You could go drunk shopping. You could order something impulsive and irresponsible and have it to your house before the buzz wears off. You could. And I remember I first got one of these little drones from like Hemmerker Schlemmer or something, and was trying to see if it was possible to get the drone to go get a beer from the refrigerator and bring it out by the pool. And I guess that may be possible too, which might be a better. But before we go poo-pooing this, I read in Slate today, this is predictions from 2000, they came in 1995, that were in Time magazine. And they were talking about how we could never read on a computer. You couldn't take your computer to the beach. And it says here at the end, and what I might add are very small words, you can't tote that computer to the beach. Yet Nicholas Negroponte, director of MIT Medical Lab, predicts that we'll soon buy books and newspapers straight over the internet. And that'll be the end of civilization.
So I guess the moment we think that this is impossible, we should probably look to that article.
And, you know, we're talking about all these negatives, all these possible detractors, but kids will someday look to the heavens for their gifts and packages. They will no longer wait for the mail truck, and you don't have to provide pensions to drones.
No, you don't. And the cynic in me wonders how much of this is really about all these processing centers. Jeff Bezos on 60 Minutes last night showed all these massive
fulfillment centers.
Fulfillment centers, yeah. And there have been reporting on people who work in those places who do just sort of the same menial task all the time, and how some of them are getting a little cuckoo. And I wondered if this was maybe a distraction from that. Others have written the same thing. That's not an original thought.
Because they want to get in the drones and fly away themselves to better jobs in some utopia that doesn't exist?
That would be nice for a lot of people, I'm confident.
Oh, but you know, I do think that this just marks exciting things to come.
Yeah.
And I think that Jeff Bezos is building himself not just an empire, but a way of life. He's going to control all of us.
Well,
our minds, our packages, our news information.
They're as big as any company of its kind on Earth.
$75 billion Amazon will make this year.
And it looks like they're going to win the war here on Cyber Monday. Crazy. It was a very good piece there. Charlie Rose did it last night on 60 Minutes.
You like Charlie Rose?
I loved that piece. I don't know Charlie Rose, but he seems like a very nice guy to me.
I think he's nice, but sometimes he bores me to tears.
Oh, well, you can just stay here. We'll try not to be
I will. I love being safe on the news deck.
Kennedy, good to see you.
Thanks, Chef.
And Amazon, as Amazon works to ensure its drones don't land on your head, the company is competing with other online retailers today, offering discounts to attract customers on this Cyber Monday. What I was trying to say there is there are a lot of deals, but it seems many of the customers are committing tax evasion. You see, online retailers don't always charge state sales tax, which often leaves it up to the customers to pay the state sales tax. And believe it or not, apparently a lot of us don't actually do that voluntarily. That causes states to lose a lot of money. A recent congressional report estimates that the losses are nearly $11.5 billion per year. In fact, the Supreme Court just hours ago declined to take up the question of whether retailers like Amazon need to collect taxes in states where they don't have a physical presence. Those retailers help minimize that presence by shipping across state lines, like putting processing facilities in New Jersey and shipping into New York using services like FedEx. FedEx predicts that this Cyber Monday will be its busiest day ever. Jolene Kent from Fox Business Network is live at one of the company's processing centers, or what do they call them? Fulfillment centers, I suppose it is, in New York. What's it like on the ground there, Jolene, for FedEx?
Shep, it has been crazy starting this morning until this afternoon. Packages have been flying around, documents being sorted. We're at a fulfillment center here in the Bronx, and you can see thousands of packages are among the 22 million packages that will be shipped today, a historic record for FedEx. In fact, it's actually helping lift their stock. They've already touched an intraday high today. If you do the math, the increase of 11% from last year, FedEx is shipping 125 packages per second. They're forecasting 85 million packages globally this week alone, Shep.
Wow, that's a lot. And what are the workers saying about how busy it is? I guess they're glad to be employed.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a really busy day, and I think a lot of the workers here believe it's only going to get crazier. If you think about it, a lot of people only made their Cyber Monday purchases today, maybe tonight, and a lot of those packages are going to be heading out from global fulfillment centers around the world. So FedEx certainly looking for a very good, high-performing month, but we'll see how the numbers actually shake out. You know, the retail numbers for this month and this holiday season are projected to be soft, so we'll see if FedEx can actually deliver in terms of hitting the targets that they claim they'll be able to hit this very tough holiday season, Shep.
Jolene Kent from The Biz. Joe, good to see you. Fast